All those irreplaceable memories. Gone? Not quite, because Tom has got back up. With a sigh of relief, he logged in on his new phone, and there they were, every single memory, safe and sound in the cloud. Got back up. It's more than just a backup. It's peace of mind. It's knowing that no matter what happens, your memories are always there, ready to be relived. So, keep snapping those precious moments. We've got your back. Got back up to the rescue, because some things are too precious to lose.
Stop sharing. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I believe it's evening where you are. I think so far I see only West Africans on the call. So it's evening, but if you are in any different time zone, maybe good from Accra, Ghana, and this evening will be exciting. I see, we have some of our leaders on the call. I see a special friend I invited from Liberia. A few others are supposed to be on the call, but especially the guys, I think maybe they are behind watching football. And this evening, my team, Manchester City, is playing with one of the very popular ones. I met a friend today, and I believe he's behind the TV right now. He's a big Real Madrid fans, and Madrid is clashing it out with Manchester City. But all the best, the Blues. All right, so let's come back to business. I want to welcome all of you here. Benjamin, welcome. Dr. Dorothy, welcome. Marianne, welcome. Ophelia from Liberia, welcome. And Reverend Bijou, my better half, welcome, all of you. If you have guests or expecting a few others, just send a message that we are live now and we are going straight into business. So let's go on, shall we? You should, at the moment, you might not be able to speak because I think your microphones are disabled. And sorry, guys, I will activate the microphone later on, but because people come in the meetings and forget their microphone is off, and sometimes they disrupt the meeting. So we usually start our meetings with the microphones disabled. Apologies for that. You may not be able to speak now until sometime later in the presentation. You can go ahead. You will be allowed to speak, ask questions, make comments, or whatever you have to say. So can we get straight into business? I don't want to wait for anyone else. Today's session is supposed to be for two groups of people. The first group is a follow-up meeting by for those who attended our just ended event a few days ago, about a week ago. We had a massive event here in Accra. The CEO of this wonderful project was here with his team, as his wife, and we had a wonderful time with them. Just give me a few seconds. Let me share my screen. So you may want to, as I do that, you can go to your to the chat and indicate your name and where you are connecting from. That Okay, I think we can go straight into business now. The chat is set. All right. So I would like to, for the purpose of this, okay, so as I mentioned earlier, there are two different audiences here. This meeting was set up for. The first group will be a follow-up group that those are attended our in-person meeting we had here with the CEO. So I just want to share for some that haven't seen, let me just share some slideshows, some pictures of the last event we had. Very interesting. That's the CEO and his wife there with some important people he's sitting with, invited guests at the event. So some pictures, wonderful pictures of the event. They here were, that was the gift from the team from Ghana. Look beautiful on them. I think they were also giving some Ghanaian names. I've forgotten the names they were given. Okay, I happened to co-MC this event with this wonderful lady, Obasima. Okay, so that's your humble servant on the other side there. And that some award ceremony also happened during the event. All right, that's Obasima receiving an award. We have the top leader of Africa and happens to be a board member of GovBackup project. Also, a board member of the project, Dr. Kweku Ohene Asari there, I think explaining. Am I live? My phone just went off. I hope I'm live. If you can hear me, I will just continue, but one of my phones just went off. So yeah, there are more pictures. Quickly, I go through. Yeah, that's the audience we had over and above 700, between 700 to 800 people in the hall. In fact, people had to be turned away because we had run out of seats. The capacity of the hall was a 700 capacity hall, and we over, occupied it. There was no space for chairs, and next time we're going to get a much bigger hall. Yeah, so that's continue with the awards. This was the this was team award. All right, yeah, that was the keynote speaker. So events, great events. Okay, all right. So the thinking was, because there were people who ended the event. Some, of course, the company had the biggest number of registration or sign up or get of a strategic partnership after this event in Ghana when the event happened. A lot of people, they even indicated to us, hey guys, we are seeing good numbers from Ghana because of this event. It was massive. All right. It was a statement. There were people who had some doubts, some concerns, some questions. They were not sure, but after the event, they were giving all the confidence that, oh, this is big. This is bigger than I thought. And they immediately got signed up. Okay. And some was the first time at the event. They're like, what is this happening? They sign up. However, there were a few people who were not clear on some things, like what do I need to do? I need to clarify a few things. So So we decided to set up, of course, today, just, I don't know whether that meeting has ended. I believe so, but we had another presentation that started at 7, and I hopefully is done by now. So we have one presentation happening now, today, and then we have another one tomorrow that's going to happen, all addressing a follow-up meeting, and getting people who are first time also to understand what the project is about and how they can benefit from it. Okay, so let's get into business now. So if you had attended the presentation, or this is your first time, it doesn't matter right now. You will understand it as we go on. At any point, if you have a question, I will advise you to just note it. Just note it, and you will be notified once the line is open, or once the microphone is open, and you can ask your questions if it's still not been answered. So let's go on. Now, the project, the God Backup project, is about dream. It's about making people achieve their dreams. Two dreams here. The first one is the digital dream I want to talk about. It is making sure that nobody loses their digital dream. Now, what is that? You're losing your photos, your pictures, your great memories, your documents, by losing your phones, getting your computer crashed, stolen. All right. And when those things happen, we tend to lose our precious memories. And that is a dream that is that people are unable to realize. So that's one of the things that this is addressing, your digital dream. The project also addresses your financial dream. Okay, it helps people to secure a good financial future, and you will see that as how that works as we go on. Okay, so it's for individuals, it's for families, for businesses, it's for organizations. Okay, it's for the community, and it is there to help make impact, to help impact the world. Okay, now what are we talking about here? We're talking about a service called God Backup, or a movement. In fact, I would call it called God Backup. Now, God Backup offers secure cloud storage, okay, for an unbeatable price and value, okay, and also gives the individual the opportunity to make some lucrative income, okay? It's all about saving your stuff in the cloud and more. So it's your ultra secure personal cloud storage and more. Now, okay, we heard about God Backup. Let's talk about the parent of God Backup. Who owns God Backup? God Backup is owned by a multi-million-dollar internet marketing company called GVO for short. But actually, the longer name is Global Virtual Opportunities. And Global Virtual Opportunities have been in existence since 1997. All right, they started in Canada, in Quebec, and started with the internet marketing, backing up data for institutions, big companies, and stuff like that. And 3 years ago, a little under 3 years ago, they launched this baby or they gave birth to this baby called God Backup. Okay, and then when God Backup came on board, it changed everything. Sometimes sometimes you're in a business, or as a parent, you have children, and Then you have this one, and everything just changed. That child has just become something else and changed the fortune of the family, or that person changed the fortune of the company. This is what has happened with God Backup. God Backup, this baby God Backup, which is less than 3 years old, is doing some amazing things. Okay, since it was born by this company called Global Virtual Opportunities. At the moment, they are based in the US, and that's where the data center is, because that's where they can get the best fiber optics to be able to expand their network to different parts of the world. Now, they are not just a company, there are faces behind it. This guy you saw in the picture, if you were on the call earlier, Joel Terrien, and his wife were in Ghana in person almost 2 weeks ago, and we had a massive event with them, Eve and Joel. So that is the team behind God Backup there, technical people, and they are all offering support to the rest of the world. That's God Backup physical location there. You can use Google Earth, and it will direct you directly to the data center in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. Now, why cloud storage? Why cloud storage? Cloud storage, because this is where the world is going. Today, in this interconnected world, guys, the generation of data is become unprecedented. Okay, especially with the coming up of all the social medias. What are you talking about? Instagram, Facebook, and all the others, TikTok. Data generation is unbelievable. Okay, online transaction right now, you can just do a lot of transactions and stuff from just your phone, just your iPad, your gadget. Okay, and all of this is generating a lot of data. All right, valuable data, and you don't want to lose them, because you could be losing stuff from your lifetime. Okay, that's why cloud storage, and you will understand it much better. Now, let's look at our first global trend, because this project, okay, God Backup, or this movement, you may call it, God Backup, seeks two global trends. First one is what you have on the screens. What you can see is about smartphones, smart gadgets. Okay, these are stats here, statistics. Okay, don't believe what I say, just look at the stats. Just Google this, you will see. Just go to one of the, if you're looking for good research, statistics, and figures on anything in the world, one of the places to go is Statista.com. These guys are credible. All right, now look what they say about number of smart gadgets in the world. Since 2021, it's been growing. It was 14 billion before 2020. By 2020, after 2020, it moved up by 1 billion. It was 15 billion. The projection by 2025 is that it's going to go up by 18 billion. 18 billion. Now, what does this mean? You will understand it later as we move on. The mobile phone is so reliant as we speak for many of us. In fact, it's an addiction for so many. Now, why is it an addiction? Look at this. Many of us we scroll over. I mean, we have the check mark if we go over some of the stats. How many of us use the mobile phone as an alarm clock? This stat say 80% of people use that. All right. I believe you use your phone as alarm. None of us right now use the typical traditional alarm clocks that there used to be. We don't use it. Why use it? You have your phone. Just go to alarm and set it. And morning at a particular time of the day for appointment, whatever, it beeps and it tells you. Now, almost 90% this stat says if you leave home and you forget about your phone, guess what happens? You are uncomfortable. You will not have a good day. You will go back they will go back and pick up their phone. Many of these stats represent us. It's true. So I don't want to waste time on them, but this is just showing how addicted and reliant we are to the phone. All right. Now, more amazing stats. All right, on the growing loss of data. Just as data is being produced, is almost at the same rate or much higher rate, data is being lost. Okay, now look at the stats. An amazing 45%, almost 50%, almost half of the user of phones get their data lost by damaging their phones. Okay, when the phone gets damaged, almost half lose their data. Now, almost 6,000 screens get cracked every hour in the world. A laptop, a cell phone gets stolen every 43 seconds somewhere in the world. Now, when these things happen, what happens? Data is lost, and it's a growing concern for people. And people are looking for solutions, and that is where we're going to. Now, these are the guys that are offering solutions, all right? You have the Google Drive, the Dropbox, the OneDrive, the iCloud, the iDrive, the Amazon, the Microsoft, and you have got backup and a few others. Now, are these guys providing great solution to our problems? Yes, they are, but not until you hear about the new kid on the block. What is the new kid on the block? Got backup. So if you look at your screen there, you will realize that people from the left side moving to the right side. Google Drive has approximately 1 billion subscribers. Okay, you also have iCloud having almost 1 billion subscribers. You have Dropbox having approximately 700 million subscribers. Imagine them hearing about the value that Got Backup is giving, and they are shifting, and you will see how that is happening. Got Backup is on the right side, and people are moving from the left side to the right side. Why? This is the reason. All right, plus more. Mainly, Got Backup offers better value. But let's compare some things here with our closest competitors. iCloud, for example, they have several products, but let's look at their cloud service product. That's what we're talking about here. 6 terabytes of cloud space for iCloud is going for $360 a year for 6 users. Okay, they don't have a standard package for 6 terabytes, but if we're using 6 terabytes, if we take 2 and put them together, 6 terabytes for 6 users, you are going to get that amount. In fact, this is a bit conservative. It's even much higher than this. Dropbox will give you 6 terabytes for $660 for 3 users. Google Drive will offer 5 terabytes, which is a standard package, but for 1 user for over $200 a year. All of them, the yearly package. Now, they are subscription based. Okay, so you go yearly, or sometimes they do monthly. Usually, the yearly package is the best because you get better value for money. But Shift your eyes to the right. Guess what? 6 terabyte of cloud space from God Backup goes for $99.97. Call it $100 a year, but it's more than that. It is 6 terabyte for 6 users, for multiple operating systems, and for unlimited devices. Now, let me stress on this a little bit. Where is this hand up? Okay, I need to lower it. Okay, let me move on. Why I'm stressing on it, because let's look at iCloud, for example. iCloud offers the service to only one operating system. And which operating system is that? Is Apple. If you're not using Apple, you cannot use iCloud. If you are a banana user, orange user, I'm sorry, you will not be using iCloud. It doesn't work for you. Okay? So guys, one operating system against multiple operating systems. God Backup works for iCloud or iPhones, Android, and Windows. All operating systems, at least all major operating systems, and look at the price. Not that some cloud service limit you to just a few devices that you can back up only 10 devices, maybe a number of laptops, a number of cell phones, and a few other gadgets. But guess what? God Backup gives you unlimited number of devices. So if you have 7 computers, 6 mobile phones, an iPod, and some other gadget, you can back all of them up with the same account. Unbeatable value. And how much is this? Remember, it's $100 a year. Okay? So look at the comparison. 6 terabyte against some giving 2 terabyte for the same amount. 6 account giving versus 1 account. Multiple operating system versus 1 operating system. All for the same amount. Okay, some will have some concern. One of the things you need to think about or be concerned about when you're going for cloud service, in fact, number 1 that should be on your list, on your checklist, is security. How secure is God Backup? God Backup uses the most of the highest level of security you have in the world, just like some of the big guys are using. It's called the 256 military grade encryption. 256-bit encryption is military grade. That's what the US government uses for security. That's why you have Google and some other guys are using right now. What is more popular is the 128. All right, and 128-bit encryption has never been hacked. Never, ever, not yet, at least. But the guys that are not using 128, they're using 256. They've doubled that. So just to tell you how secure that is. So you don't need to, if security is a concern, rest assured, with God Backup, you are fully secure. Then God Backup is PCI compliant, meaning your debit, credit card transaction, all very safe with them. Okay, they ride under the money or supervised by the governing body in the US concerning this. So you don't need. I will play a video later on of the CEO giving a tour of the data center in Texas. God Backup gives you 30-day money back. It's the only cloud service that gives that, offers you 30-day money back. Meaning, if within 30 days you say, I don't want to use this, or I've just been giving about 10 terabytes or 5 TB of cloud space. I don't need this. God Backup will give you your money back within the 30 days. Okay, without question. God Backup is more than cloud service. They have additional stuff on it. They have something called the email marketing system, bulk marketing system, which you can use for your marketing purpose to market your God Backup service and some other stuff. Okay, one email can be done and sent can send up to 10,000 recipients at one go. All right, many of the other cloud services do not offer that. Okay, God Backup offers that. This emails can be personalized, meaning it can address each person, one by one. The same thing that the banks and these top guys use in their communication for those that deal with a lot of customers. Okay, they use something similar and they pay a lot for it. God Backup gives you the option or that tool to use. And this is attached to your God Backup service. But there's an exclusive one which can be used for your individual specific businesses or enterprise. Okay. And that enterprise, that is if you are using what we call the God Backup Pro. And we'll talk about it. We also have the automated emailing system where you can set your email and it can go at a particular time when you set it. You can tell it, send this email to these 250 people by the 25th of every month, and that will happen. Now, guys, this is the God Backup Cloud, service. All right, and this is a part of it here. And what's the objective of this? Is never lose your data ever again, your precious memory, your photos, your videos, your intellectual property. Don't lose it again, because God Backup does 98% of the job for you. Just do the rest. Okay, God Backup is taking over the world. And when I say it's taking over the world, I mean it literally. Look here, since God Backup was established or was born in 2023, all right, under 3 years old, God Backup is already in 162 countries in the world. How many countries are there? Then you will understand. The number of countries in the world are 195. Within less than 3 years, God Backup is in 162. Think about it. What speed is that? All right. A few years, we are so involved in this project, my wife and I. She opened up the country number 158, which is Senegal. I opened up the country number 144, which is Liberia. Okay, and we're building teams in different parts of the world. Okay, and impacting in different parts of the world today. And you will understand that as we go on. Now, this takes us to the second trend. And this is where the strategic partnership came in. If you were part of our meeting on the Sunday, the CEO talked about, my phone is going off again. I hope I'm live. I continue. The CEO talked about the strategic partnership, and no other cloud service offers this. They offer you cloud service, backing up your stuff and some other things, but they do not offer strategic partnership. God Backup is the only cloud service storage company that pays you and paid you handsomely or beautifully. All right, and you will see how that works. All right, so you have an option to create a new stream of income. You may call it supplemental income, extra income, alternative income, additional, residual, passive income, or part-time income, or a side hustle. You have an opportunity to build, guys, a great financial future with this. And you will discover how that is done. Now, if you are thinking where this is going, after all you have seen and we've discussed, and you are still wondering, okay, what is the future of this? If you are doing anything right now as you are listening to this presentation, stop. Don't blink. Don't listen to anyone right now. Just concentrate right here, because this will show you how viable, will show you the future of this. This is what made me brought in my entire family on this project, because I was so sure of where it's going. And this is what you have on your screen. What is this? This is the size of the cloud storage market in the world, okay? All the top players in cloud storage, this is where they are. So this is also from Statista.com. Statista is noted for their credibility and their research and all of that. Now, this is in US dollars and is in billions of dollars. The size of the cloud storage market by 2022, it was, what was the value in 2022? It was valued over 90 billion US dollars. You can call it 90 billion, bigger than many countries' GDP, including Ghana GDP, all right? And many others. In 2022, let's fast forward 2 years down the line, or a year down the line. By 2024, it moved up by 50 billion. It was valued over 130 billion US dollars in 2024. This year, you know the projection? The projection is that the cloud market is going to be valued at over 65 billion US dollars this year. As the year is closing, probably it's already reached that, hit that by now. All right. If you think those are huge numbers and they are staggering, you need to listen to this. Wait. Look at what is going to happen in the next 5 years. The next 5 years, look at what is going to happen. If you thought, wow, from 2022 to 2025, wow, staggering numbers. See what's happening in the next 5 years. Cloud storage market is going to be valued by 2030. That's the next 5 years. Almost $500 billion US dollars. Yes, you heard it right. Almost $500 billion US dollars that the market the cloud storage market will be valued at. Incredible, unbelievable. Now you're like, okay, this is big, but some will find it difficult to relate to this. Let me use a commodity that we all know and compare that and make you and break this down. Okay, so this analogy is going to help you. Charcoal. You know charcoal. In Liberia, we call it fire coal. All right, we use it for many things, cooking and some other stuff. Now, if this was fire coal, okay, not cloud storage, and you were told that, let me look for some participants' name here. All right, so let's say, Pat, you were told that fire coal, charcoal, is going to be the value of fire coal is going up, or charcoal is going up. By next year, one bag of charcoal is going to be valued at $100. Currently, it's about $10 on average, okay? But you are told that next year is going to go up to $100 a bag. Then in the next 5 years, one bag of fire coal or charcoal is going to be priced at $500 US. My question to you is, put in the chat, just put this in the chat. What will you do with that information? That fire coal value is going up in the next 5 years is going to be valued at $500 a bag. What will you do with that? Put it in the chat. Put your answer in the chat at the moment. I believe it will not be different from all the answers that I have gotten when I ask this question. Some say, what? I'm going to open a factory. I'm going to open a warehouse. I'm going to start stocking charcoal, firecoal. In fact, some even go further. They are seeing further away. You know what they say? They say, I will start planting trees. Why? Because charcoal is made from trees. All right? That's how far they're seeing. Now, this is not charcoal. This is the cloud. And why people don't identify with this or can relate to it, because setting up a cloud service is millions of dollars. Okay? But guess what? God Backup in a strategic partnership allows you to partner with it to be in this cloud market area. You can tap into that. And that's what this means. That's how valuable this graph means. And when I saw where this is going in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, I was like, oh my God, the future is so bright. If you are not in cloud, anything cloud right now, and AI, you're leaving behind. All right, you can tap in from this. Okay, and at the end of it, I'll show you some potential income that you could also make, which are real for some people at the moment. All right, now these are the different God Backup packages we have: the Family Pack, the God Backup Pro, the Enterprise Solutions, and I will expand on it as we go on. So you'll be asking, how can I get started? All right. So we talked about the 6 terabyte of cloud space, which is 99.97, or call it $100. Okay. So for the year, that's what you pay, and you get the 6 terabyte and all the other package all the other benefits that come with it. Then you have what we call the God Backup Pro. To set up this God Backup Pro is $500, a one-time payment. And I will get to talk to you about God Backup Pro. You will be, wow. All right. Then you have the Enterprise Solutions. Enterprise Solutions for institutions, companies, schools that, 6 terabyte would not be enough for them. So they will go for bigger space. 20 terabyte, for example. The setup for this one is about $700, a one-time payment, and then a yearly charge is $600 a year. Many of its competitors, they will give you this for a lot more. This is 20 terabyte. How much is 20 terabyte in gigabyte? It's 20,000 gigabyte of space. Enough for big institutions to save their stuff. In fact, some require even much more, but the company can provide that for you if you need that. All right. Now, how do you get started with the strategic partnership? All right. To get started, just become a subscriber. Get their family package, okay, which is the 199.97, or get started with the God Backup Pro, or get started with the other one, the Enterprise Solutions. People get started in many ways, but let's look at what do you earn. How can you build a financial future from this? Because of what God Backup gives you. Now, the God Backup pays you in 7 different ways. Okay, 7 different earnings you can make as a strategic partner. The first one is called the Customer Acquisition Bonus. All right, CAB for short. All right, I will not be explaining everything, but I will explain a few of them, and you will see the big potential of this. Now, God Backup strategic partnership is this. They say, guys, we want to impact the world. We have something everybody needs. We need to go out and tell the world, but we have it. You need it. Others need it. Now, if you are a subscriber, all right, you can partner with us and we will give you a right to go out there and tell the word. And when anyone hears and sign up to us, we share the profit. Let's look at this formula that they're using for the family pack. So you're hearing this like, oh, I already have 10 people in my head. I know all my colleagues will need this. I know this, I need. Now go back up, say, if we get a subscriber through you and this sign up for the family package, we give you 50% of the cost of the family package. How much is the cost? $100. How much is 50% of $100? $50. Technically, it's 99.97, but let's call it $50. Okay. So for each person who signs up on the family package through you in any part of the world, you make a $50. I took somebody this and like, what? I can see myself making a lot of money, of course. So if you sign up 10 people right now, today, how much would you make today, right now? $500. You're like, okay, I can sign up for 10 people right now. I can sign up one person a day. No problem. One person sign up a day on the family package, okay? Not the others, the lease package, the family package. One a day for 30 days, multiplied by 50, that's $1,500 commission you will earn only on customer acquisition bonus or acquisition commission. Now, on enterprise solutions, the bigger one, if you market it, you get institutions, company, churches, and schools, hospital, whatever, to sign up on this. Got Backup gave you 25% of the cost of that. Now, of the yearly package is $600 a year, right? How much is 25% of 600? $150. You do 10 of this, you make $1,500 only customer acquisition bonus. Then you have to go pro package, okay? Which you get $200 if you get signed up on Go Pro. Oh my God, I dropped my earpiece, just a second. All right, I got it back. Okay, so now I want to talk. So these are all, look at the headings here. These are commission lines, okay? The first one on the left there, they are ranks. Like, what are ranks? Now, Go Backup, use the rank to, so let's explain this a little bit. So to represent your growth and everything on the project. So see on your screen, you have Bronx. Now, if Go Backup acquires one customer through you, you are called or considered to be a Bronx. If you have two customers through Go Backup gets two customers through you, you are considered to be a copper. Of course, you need, depending on where you place them, then you have silver, gold, platinum, and sapphire, and so on, okay? The highest rank is black diamond. At the moment, we don't have a black diamond in the world yet, okay? But that is their structure, okay? And what do you need to achieve this? Is clear. Those are requirements there. We talk about that later. But for what I'm going to talk about, okay, different commission, the rank I want to talk, the commission I want to talk about, it starts from which rank? Sapphire. It's just like in a regular job, you have different allowances, right? Now, some positions do not get certain allowances, maybe wardrobe allowance for maybe the top executive, recreation allowance for. So for this allowance or this commission, it only affects, you start earning this when you are what we call a sapphire on the project. If you are sapphire, you are qualified to earn this commission called That's you start earning what we call the cycle match commission. Cycle match. Take note of this, okay? I will make some assumptions in trying to explain this. The first assumption is that you are a sapphire. Remember this, because it starts from sapphire. Then the other assumption is you have brought in about maybe how long it took you to become sapphire. There's no time frame. Maybe 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, no problem. Doesn't matter. But when you say you are so slow, you are laying back, lazy a little bit, it took you 3 years to become a sapphire. It's so slow. All right. Let's use that. But within 3 years, you brought in about 30 people directly. 30, only 30. Someone can bring 30 people in 1 month. You brought it in 3 years. Okay. But in your whole team, you have maybe 450 people. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about those people that you brought in directly. Okay. That's those people, the cycle match effect. But out of those 30, I'm going to use only 10 of them. 10. And the other assumption is that these 10 people, each of them is making $1,000 a month from cycle commission. $1,000 a month. It could be less, it could be more, but I want to use 1,000 because of my calculation. All right. So pay attention to this. So if God Backup says, we will pay you, we will match the commission of the people who you brought in directly by 25% if you are a sapphire. So let's take you as, let's take the first one. This person is making $1,000. How much is 25% of $1,000? It's $250. Multiply that by 10 people. How much is that? $2,500. So that would be your earning for cycle match commission for the month, for that month, okay, from those 10 people. Now, what if they were more? Multiply that. What if they were less? Multiply that. I'm just giving you the formula, okay? Now, what if you were an emerald, not a sapphire? If you are an emerald, which I am an emerald, you will get 50%, not 25% this time. How much is 50% of $1,000? $500. Multiply 500 by 10. That's $5,000. That is what you are going to earn for that month if that happens. Now, let's fast forward to the other ranks. Diamonds, you have the different diamonds. All the diamonds get 100%. You want to be a diamond guy. If it took you 5 years to become a diamond, you want to be a diamond. Because if we use the same formula for a diamond, look what happens. 100% of 1,000 is how much? Is 1,000. Multiply 1,000 by 10 is $10,000. What if they were more than 10? What if they were 20? What if they were 50? Imagine that. The potential of this is unbelievable. You can earn as low as $20, $200 to as much as over $100,000 in a month. Looking at the potential of this. And you saw what this is going. This is what we are talking about, guys. This is transformational. Life's going to be transformed from this in the next few years. Oh, take it. All right. And you will see how this is affecting people already positively. Okay. Now, the match cap there is just to cap what you earn. So if you are a sapphire and 25% is more than $1,000 from one person, God Backup will only pay you $1,000. If you are an emerald, and when they calculated the 50%, it became maybe $2,000 2,350 from one person got backup will not pay you 2,350. They will pay you only 2,000. That is the max cap. And take note, it's per person, one person, not all together. So that means you can earn, 2,000 on each of them. Potential is just unbelievable. So to explain this, let me play a very short video, which will talk about the Got Backup Pro. All right, so the CEO did a video on this. I would like to play that to explain Got Backup Pro and recommend Got Backup Pro to you. Where is the video? Just give me, guys. All right. Okay, so I'll play a couple of videos. So I think the first video I want to play is the video that talked about the data center of Got Backup with the CEO. So listen to this.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Got Backup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go to the server room.
Is the video playing? Please, let me. I'm not sure you can hear it. If you can hear it, kindly, let me try to share again. Okay, I think you could hear because please put it in, indicate the platform that you can hear, okay? And let me, I keep going off here, so I'm not too sure. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Got Backup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect of security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right? Hey everybody, thank you so much for your time for being on the webinar today. As you can see, we've spent over 6 months in development, creating some really cool new features into the Got Backup Cloud, and some amazing marketing tools like VidUber and Testimonial Generator and the Funnel Page Builder. These are all designed to help you generate more leads. I cannot stress enough, my success online of generating over $280 million is because of generating leads. The more leads you have, the more people you can reach out to. Now, the best part is this. As I said on the webinar, the new $497 Business Pro package, when we go to the general public, will be $497 one time, and then $19.97 per month. For you guys, for all your patience over the past couple of years, because I know there was challenges with our first cloud that we built, now we've got a great, amazing product. The $497 is completely waived. So basically, you can upgrade and get everything that I mentioned on the webinar now for just $10 more, or $199 if you choose to pay for the year. So again, thank you for your time today. I know your time is valuable. These are exciting times because commissions are going to go through the roof, and you've got some amazing tools that have massive value in the marketplace. So take action now, guys, because the $500 waived for you guys is only going to last a short time longer. Just look at the timer below. Have an awesome day, and I look forward to working with you as a Got Backup Pro member.
Yes, guys. So that is the Got Backup Pro, and is an unbelievable feature that has been added to the Got Backup Basic package, which is the $100, for the 6 terabyte of space. Right now, you have all of those things added you have the testimonial generator, the memory plays, and all of these features that are crazy. The value of those features would be over $2,000 for it. But Got Backup offers that to the general public for $500 one-time setup fee. Okay, $500 one-time setup fee, and then a yearly payment of $200 for all of that. But guess what? If you get signed up, as the CEO mentioned, that there's a window which allows you to upgrade. I can tell you a secret here. Don't tell anyone. You can waive the $500 one-time payment. Okay, that's a way in which you can do it. You can get all the tools of the Got Backup Pro for free. And you will only pay for the yearly subscription of $200. All right. But you have to work within the time. You have to sign up. Since our event it was given to us, so you have to sign up within that time frame. Okay. And you will get all of this. The VTuber, the memory plays, the testimonial generator, the email marketing platform. Email marketing platform is something you will pay a lot of money for. This is what the banks will use. If you have a business that you do a lot of correspondence, you do a lot of, you talk with a lot of people, send them a lot of messages, you will need this. If you know people, businesses that do that, run that, they will need this. Okay, so they can avoid that, save themselves, and then ask the person who may have invited you for the upgrade link. And you just use that and upgrade to Got Backup Pro and only pay $200 for the year. And that, guys, that is what it is. Just what you get after you have signed up, you get all of this. You get great support. You get a personalized link that you will use to get people on board the Got Backup project in any part of the world. You will be given your personalized app link, which you can share with someone in France, in Uganda, in Japan. And once they get signed up, all right, guess what? You get paid no matter where they are. Okay. You have the marketing tool. We have access to regular presentations. What you have, you're like, how do I explain this to people? You don't need to know how to do it immediately. You can get plugged into the system where you can invite your friends, your colleagues, your loved ones, say, come and listen to something that I believe can help you. And we will do the talking for you. There are people there that you just listen, and they just listen. And if they like it, they get sign up, get paid. We have team trainings happening. We have personal development that you get from this. Is just a service that everybody needs. It's a project that you can afford. Now, how much do you need to get started? You need to buy a package, any of the packages, and then you pay $20 in addition to whatever package you choose. $20 a year is the cost for the strategic partnership. $20 only. So if it's the 6 terabyte of space, $100. $20 fee costs $200 per year, and all of this is yearly. Sometimes it is too small. It's its weakness as well, because it's too small and people take it for granted because that's all you need, and you get so much, depending on what you do. Guys, why you want to consider this? Because you cannot depend on one stream of income, guys. Life is full of uncertainties, okay? You never know when you will lose your mainstream of income, okay? You need something on the side. You need something that can earn you money whilst you are sleeping. And if you set up this very well, the cloud project, in the next few years, you could go on holiday for months and you will still make income. When do you want to get started? The best time to get started has passed. It was yesterday. But the next best time, it is now, not later. So thank you, and I'll open your microphone right now. And if you have any questions, please, you may ask. Just a second, I'm trying to open your microphone, and I'm going to end the broadcast live on, sorry, where is the microphone? Allow yes to unmute. So I'm trying to end my YouTube live session. So if you have a question, please, you may go ahead, unmute and ask. Thank you, Reverend Bijou.
Hello.
Reverend is building one of the few people on this project that building both francophone and anglophone groups, building huge network and making huge impact in different parts of the world. And guys, this is just all about income. Oh, I needed to go offline before I share that. If you had a snippet of that, just okay. I need to stop.
Hello, I got questions. Can I